Hi, I'm Roger with All Things Wild. This is Ginger. She's a red morph eastern screech owl. She's full grown. She weighs all of 5 ounces. She's our ambassador screech owl because she has a permanent wing injury. Not only is this an education bird, she's also a surrogate parent. This spring, she was the parent to 7 baby orphan screech owls, and she raised all of them up, and we released all of them back to the wild. The reason it's important to have a surrogate parent for the orphan babies that come in is because raptors between the age of 3 weeks and 13 weeks imprint on their parents and their siblings as to what they are. If humans take care of them, they will imprint on humans, and they can't be released because they don't know what they are, and they're not afraid of humans. In fact, they're liable to attack humans. So by using her as a surrogate parent, we were able to raise those, and they imprinted on her. In fact, one time when she had 5 orphan babies she was feeding, we sometimes had to pull her out and let her rest for a day because she wasn't eating. She was giving all of her food to the babies. You will notice she has these little feather tufts here. These are not ears. These are called ear tufts. They're just feathers. And she can control those to raise them up or down. When she wants to get really skinny beside the tree trunk or a branch, she raises those up and she gets really skinny, and so she really blends in with the branch. You will notice how far she can turn her head around. See, she's facing this way, and she can turn her head almost all the way around and do a little bill clapping for me because she doesn't like me messing with her. They have 14 bones in their neck where we have 7. So they can turn their head 270 degrees without moving their body. And that gives them an advantage because their eyes are fixed in their head. They primarily use their ears to hunt with. They can hear 10 times better than we can with their ears, so they'll find their prey with their ears, and with their better eyesight, then they can see it and dive on it. Now their ears are right here on the side of their head by the eye, and all owls have what's called a facial disc. The beak is flat against the face, and then the feathers are tapered around the face to direct the sound over here toward their ears. She can't fly very fast, but I don't know if you can see it. There, along the edge of her wings are fluffy feathers. All owls have these, and what happens is that these feathers will break up the air as it flows over the wing, so they don't make any noise when they fly. They fly completely silent. Screech owls come in 3 different colors. About 75% of them are gray, about 10% are the red, and then there's also about 10% that are a brown color. They're found in open terrain because they usually have about 200 acres as their territory. And in the daytime, they'll go into the nesting box and hide, or they'll hide up against the tree branch so that they blend in. You can see how well camouflaged she is. Eastern screech owls are cavity nesters. They nest in hollows in trees, or All Things Wild sells nesting boxes that you can put up and try to get one to take over the box and nest in it. Although Mine has squirrels in it. They sometimes pick up a little snake that's about the size of an earthworm called a Texas blind snake. They pick this snake up and they put it in their nesting box, and this snake eats all of the parasites. They live 3 to 5 years in the wild, and in captivity they can live up to 10 years. They eat large insects, small rodents, reptiles, and just about anything else that they can catch. But we feed her 1 mouse a day, and we weigh her about every 2 weeks to make sure she isn't getting too fat, because she doesn't get a lot of exercise with that bad wing. So if she starts gaining weight, then we cut her back to a half a mouse a day till she gets back down the right weight. These poor guys are the second most common bird hit by cars, because they like to hunt from perches. And so they'll be sitting on a perch and a car comes along, and the headlights from the car will attract large insects, and the owls will dive down to get the insects, and the car hits them. And that's probably what happened to her. Is originally she got hit by a car and broke that wing, and it didn't heal right. Screech owls probably run about $50 to $75 each to rehabilitate them. The babies cost a little bit more because we have to provide food for them from the time we get them till the time we release them, and that takes about 14, 15 weeks. Most of them will come in with, if they were hit by a car, they have a wing injury that's broken or sprained, and a head injury. If they have a head injury, they forget how to eat, and sometimes they can't even see, so we have to force feed them. Once they eat on their own again, and they can take whatever wing wraps we put on them for their wing to heal, then we put them out in a larger pen so that they can get used to flying again. But we like to put them into areas where there are large trees, where they can have a nesting box, or they can hide, and then an area that has pretty open ground around it so that it's easier for them to hunt up large insects. They like the little lizards that we have here in Central Texas.